Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Filmbox Podcast, a movie podcast where we're talking about Steven Spielberg and all of his movies. I'm your host, Aaron Souza. I'm joined today by my good friends, Connor Jameson and Jasmine Chapatwala. How you guys doing?
Great.
Good.
And we're going to be diving in to pick out the 12 best Spielberg movies of all time. Let's dive in.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Come on, everybody. Here we go.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
All right, so this is a new thing that we're doing. We're calling this the Pantheon. And for our inaugural episode, to celebrate the 35th film that Steven Spielberg has ever released, we're doing the Steven Spielberg Pantheon. So we have come together, we've watched a lot of movies collectively, and we are trying to decide what are the 12 most essential films? What are the 12 films that belong, when you think of Spielberg, what are the 12 films that are going to be in his Pantheon? Why 12? Because that's how many gods are in a Greek or Roman pantheon. So there we go. How you guys doing? It's a day after we did our last recording.
Doing well.
Great. Wasn't stressing before getting on here.
Oh God, I have been like, I've been stressing about this for weeks now because it's like we've collectively done so much prep for this. It's like, is this going to be any good? Is it going to be garbage? I don't know. We'll find out.
Could be shit.
Yeah, a little. Sometimes it may be good. Sometimes it may be shit. Ugh. Do you guys, before we dive in, because we are gonna just we're not doing Letterboxd recap. It's not a thing for this episode, at least, because well, we recorded yesterday, so
I've seen 10 movies.
Whoa, yeah, wow. But do you guys have anything to drink?
I do.
Oh,
Brought something fun for this
Great.
episode. You ever had a lover boy?
I can't say I have.
It's a sparkling orange wine with blueberry lemon. It's popular because of a reality show I watch.
Huh.
I was going
Interesting.
to say, it sounds familiar because I feel like someone's behind it.
Mm-hmm. Kyle from Summer House.
Oh my God.
Shout out.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
Yeah, anyways, it's really good.
Wild. Well, I have Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it squirted.
That was some
Almost.
good ASMR.
It almost went everywhere. Okay. And Connor, do you have anything?
I got another sparkling ice.
Nice.
This one's lemon lime.
This is the best flavor.
I like the black cherry more.
Interesting. I'm a citrus guy, so that's my thing.
Fantastic.
Riveting. Okay, well, let's talk Spielberg. So before the way this is going to work is we are going to go through each of his movies. We're going to talk about each movie a little bit. We're going to decide, is this in the Pantheon? Is this out of the Pantheon? Is it a maybe? We'll circle back. But before we do that, I did want to just kind of talk about briefly with each of you your overall thoughts about Spielberg. Again, we've been watching a lot of movies collectively. So Connor, I'll start with you. Like, we've talked a lot of Spielberg on this during this whole month, but like, how has your opinions changed? How do you feel about his movies? That sort of, what's your vibe?
So I've always felt like Spielberg is kind of just one of those guys, kind of like a legend of the craft. And this might be a very controversial thing to think, but like, he has obviously made some of my favorite movies of all time. I mean, Jaws is the movie that made me, basically. And like, obviously, you have Jurassic Park as like a staple of its genre. We're going to talk about them all. He's like one of those directors that has like a very good like upper class of movies, very thorough middle class, and then, you know, a decent lower class of movies. He's not someone with like a perfect hit rate, but there's always something in all of his movies where you can at least point to and be like, that was worth watching. even if I hated every second of it, I can point to, okay, that was
with
that
the
was
exception
something.
of maybe one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or two.
Or two. But no, I mean, I kind of feel the same way. As like there's like serious highs. There's like the highest of highs. Some of the most genre defining greatest films ever made. And a lot of like, yeah, that was pretty good. Which
Yeah.
was surprising on first time visit for me for a lot of these movies. Jasmine, how about you? What is your sort of overall feeling?
So, like, upon rewatch, I didn't realize how unfamiliar I was with his filmography. Not that I hadn't seen a lot of the movies, just that I didn't realize, like, just how much he's contributed to cinema. Like, 35 it's wild. But I will say, like, after watching all of these, I feel like I'm more of a sentimentalist.
Oh,
Like, I
interesting.
feel like that's something his movies I can always kind of pick out. And I really appreciate that. And it's kind of made me, like, realize a little bit of myself. Maybe there's little softness in the movies I like. I don't know. I thought it was really cool to like rewatch specifically his filmography.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a
Mhm.
while, and I've always seen it very spaced out. But to watch like a bunch of Spielberg movies together, I'm like, oh, he's such a sweet little guy.
He's
Yeah.
very hopeful. He's
Yeah.
has a certain faith in people and in humanity that carries through a lot of his films. And when he strays away from that, it's kind of like a big deal.
Yeah.
Like there's a few movies on this list where it's like, wow, he was like, he was angry about something here.
Yeah.
This is why I call him Batman. Like, we're just describing Batman all over again.
Yeah.
And to that point too, the family side of things, I mean, I would say a good 75% of his movies deal with his parents' divorce in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Either literally when it comes to the Fabelmans, or like tangentially with films like E.T. or films like Close Encounters or whatever, which we've litigated quite a bit over the last few episodes of this podcast. It's there. There's seriously an impactful thing on him, and he just keeps finding ways to make stories that relate to that, which is really interesting. And something that has struck me too, upon rewatching, is like how interesting it is that none of his movies, while they have like the Spielberg qualities to it, they don't feel the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You never get that sense of like, well, he's made this before, unless he's making a franchise movie.
Mhm.
Maybe the only one that you can feel like, okay, he's rehashing the hits is like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and Lost World.
Yeah. I mean, he's not afraid of kind of patting himself on the back.
Yeah.
Like, we've talked about it with War of the Worlds, about how, like, there's a lot of moments where you're like, okay, there's Jurassic Park there that he's kind of paying homage to, or in Disclosure Day, he's paying homage to Duel, and some camera work is very reminiscent of Schindler's List. So he's like, but it's not like, let me take this story and just change one element and just kind of reheat my own nachos.
Right. The same guy who makes E.T. and Minority Report and AI is also making Empire of the Sun in color purple and Sugarland Express. And, it's like everything's very, very different from each other, which, over the course of 35 movies, is hard to do.
Plus, I feel like we have to give him so much credit. He does not take breaks.
No, not at all.
There's
it's very consistently 2 years between movies most of the time. And there are quite a few years where it is 2 movies in the same year. I mean, that's 2011, 2005, 2002, 93 famously, 1989. All those years he releases 2 films, which for someone of his caliber is kind of insane.
Yeah.
That's like crazy work. And then 3 years is like the max break that he takes, or like, I guess, yeah, about 3 years or so is a max break that he's taking between stuff. It's really interesting. I mean, he's a wonderful filmmaker. and someone that I think all of us really revere quite a bit. Any other thoughts about Spielberg before we start diving in? Or
I just had the House of Cinema podcast brought this up, and I just thought it was a very interesting point. If someone came up to you on the street and asked you for your 4 favorite directors, is he on your list or no?
I think now he would be. I don't think he would have been initially, but I think now, like after rewatch, I'd be like, yeah, no, I would pick him as one of my favorite directors.
that's an interesting question, because I'm inclined to say yes, but at the same time, like there are a handful of movies that I think live in my upper echelon of films, and then a lot of films that like I like, but I also would like I in the same way that I like a lot of other directors' films. I would say, I mean, definitely top 10. I don't know if it would be top 4, and maybe that's just like a nostalgia thing. But I mean, he's certainly top 10, and certainly like a movie like Raiders of the Lost Ark is like I grew up on that movie. That movie is something that raised me, and I same way that Jaws is for you, Connor, is this like sort of you can't escape his legacy in his films. So that's a good question, though. What about you?
Top 4, probably not. But it is funny because, again, like he's made some of my favorite movies, which is weird. But I would just say, like, if you let me expand the list, definitely. Top 4 on a moment's notice, probably not, though.
Yeah. But it's close. I mean, it very well could come down to like, yeah, okay, actually he is in my top 4.
Yeah.
So I guess do we want to start diving in? I mean, we've got a lot of movies to cover. So
yeah, let's get into it.
So we've got 35 movies. We're going to start in release order, which means we're starting all the way in 1971, where he releases Duel. This is his first like theatrically released film. This is a movie about a man who's on the run from a truck that's chasing him down. And I gotta say, it is cool as shit. This is an awesome movie. This is so good.
It's such a cool movie to have this be your first. And there's so many elements of it that don't feel like a rookie director.
Not at all. I mean, there are... First off, to make a car chase movie as your first movie, that's impressive. Car chases are not easy to film.
Mm-hmm.
And there are several, like, the beginning of this movie where it's just him driving is literally like 10 minutes or so of just driving. Just a guy driving around. We get some cool shots, and that's about it. And I was like, yeah, I'm locked in. This is great. This is a very fun movie.
The camera work was like insane, especially for it being like his first. I was like completely locked in the entire time. I also didn't realize I had actually seen like the story done before, because I'm a big Bob's Burgers fan, and they actually have a whole episode. Yeah,
nice.
They literally have a whole episode like dedicated to being like a parody of this, and I was like, whoa, this is actually much more terrifying than I thought it would be. But I really liked it.
I feel like it did kind of. Maybe I should double check to make sure this did come first, but it definitely felt like it paved the way for a lot of like the road rage movies, like the Hitcher, whatever the one that Gerard Butler did, or I think it was Gerard Butler, but like a lot of those type
car movie,
like road
Last
rage.
Seen Alive, Unhinged.
Unhinged, I think that's it.
Yeah,
those
were both after.
Yeah, I know that one, but I'm saying like this is definitely a major influence on a lot of like that very niche genre.
Oh, yeah, and it's like a proper thriller too, and I love that you just don't know anything that's going on other than like here's a man and there's a truck chasing him, and that's it, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
I do own this movie on 4K. So this I watched it. Actually, I watched it through the digital code that was included with this 4K, so I still haven't popped it in my 4K player quite yet. But it's a cool movie. This is really cool. That said, I don't know if it's actually going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of early Spielberg stuff that's really fascinating to look at. But it is a 85-minute first film by Spielberg. And it would be kind of, it feels like it would be unfair to put this in off rib.
And I feel like even though it is 85 minutes, there are a lot of scenes that are needlessly long.
Yeah, the main character's in the diner for a long time in this movie.
There are just a lot of scenes of Dennis Weir just driving and that he could have cut like 5 minutes sooner. Yeah. And nothing would have been lost.
Yep.
So I mean, again, rookie film.
It's a great first movie.
Yeah.
Super worth the watch.
But he's not making it in.
I think it's out.
Yeah, I think it's out too.
Yeah. So first clear out.
Okay, that brings us to 1973 with the Sugarland Express, which is his first movie with like bona fide stars. This stars Goldie Hawn. I also own this movie on DVD. So this is Goldie Hawn, Ben Johnson, Michael Sachs in another road trip movie, but this time it's Spielberg pulling in the stuff that he does well in Duel and also bringing in his family dynamics. This is the first film that really starts to explore his family dynamics about a mom who helps her husband escape from prison, and they go on the run and they take a police officer captive to try and get their young baby son back. This is a cool movie. This is really cool.
I feel like a lot of the praise and critiques from Duel are the same here, except you could tell that there's a lot more budget behind it, and there's a bit more experience too.
Yeah,
I feel
Goldie
like the
Hawn
camera
is
works a bit better. Yeah, you obviously get better performances because there's more performances to kind of go off of. The set pieces are a lot better. We do see the beginning of how good he is kind of framing like these massive, not even massive, but with all the extras and again the set pieces.
Yeah, I mean there's a couple scenes in this movie of the main trio in a car being followed by like 40 police cars, and it's really well done. It looks awesome. Super cool set pieces. There's like a shootout in a used car lot, which is really cool. Like I said, Goldie Hawn's really good in this movie. I mean, she's just an excellent actress anyways. It really feels like they were like, okay, this guy made Duel. Let's give him a bigger budget and see what he can do. And he's like, fine. I'll do it.
It's kind of like the Evil Dead 2, if you will.
Yeah. Jasmine, how do you feel about this?
Well, I didn't see this one.
Oh, you didn't see this one. Okay.
Few I didn't watch.
Okay. So, I'm inclined again. My gut says out, but I also think it could be a maybe where we look back and say like this. I don't know. I mean, it feels like this is maybe right before this, obviously right before the big start.
Yeah, this is. I don't want to say it's a. I think I gave it like a 3.5.
Yeah,
I say 2. If I look, this is my 14th highest Spielberg movie.
Interesting.
I saw 25, so it's kind of middle of the pack.
Yeah.
But I do think this is a clear out because we're going to start getting into more heavy hitters.
Yeah.
And even the less heavy hitters are going to put up more compelling arguments.
Yeah. And the one thing I will say about this movie is like you can see a lot of his style and influence that permeates everything he does for the rest of his career. A lot of that is in this movie, and it's very cool to see. It's certainly worth checking out. This is not a bad movie by any means. But yeah, I think in the end, you're right. It is out. All right, Connor, what do we got next?
Do you even have to say anything? This is
So kiddos, we got Jaws next.
yay.
I did give, you're holding on to my Jaws Steelbook for me.
Oh, yes, I do have a Jaws Steelbook for you. I could have grabbed that.
And I did have like a collector's edition that I gave to my sister as well.
Nice. So this is 1975. He releases Jaws, and it's in. We're not going to have a debate about this.
Yeah, no.
But we can talk about it for a brief moment.
I mean, again, we have a whole podcast too where I just gush about this. It is not just one of the best movies he's made, it's one of the best movies ever made. Just the fact that they made a mechanical shark, it killed him like mentally to do this, but I appreciate it so much.
Shooting on the water, incredible. I gotta say though, I put in the 4K. I didn't finish it. Em and I we started it. We didn't finish it, but we got a little bit of the way through. I find all of the stuff in Amity at the beginning of the movie to be so incredibly compelling and so well done that, like, even though the shark doesn't show up until much later in the movie, I am all about what's happening in this small town with the shark attacks and dealing with the mayor and dealing with, these doofuses trying to go out and get themselves killed on a shark hunt, and meeting Richard Dreyfuss's character, and everything about it is really excellent. And honestly, I might like more than just when it's just the three of them on the boat together.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about that part of the movie that's really, really great.
Yeah. I mean, just the trio of them on the boat, though, it is pretty classic. It's the best of the movie. I mean, unfortunately, as our Jaws expert on this one, it is just fucking electric.
Yeah, Jaws
especially
is
once
great.
when they start drinking, start singing some sailor tunes.
Yeah, and then you get the story about the shipwreck,
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I saw this in theaters too for the 50th anniversary. Oh my god, I was in tears at how fucking beautiful the score is, how vivid the shark looks, and how on that dolly shot, seeing every wrinkle on Roy Scheider's face, I wanted to kiss the screen.
Yeah. Very underrated location scouting. Martha's Vineyard was a perfect place to shoot this movie. 1975 Martha's Vineyard is like I wish I lived there. Yeah. It's the perfect beach town. Very, very cool. So Jaws is in. No debate there. 1977 immediately follows Jaws up with Close Encounters of the Third Kind. We just did an episode about this a couple weeks ago. This is one of his best works.
I would definitely put this in just for what it's done for like sci-fi in general. And every time I even like look at the poster, I just can't help but think of the like sound design. It's iconic.
Yeah, so I do own Close Encounters. Obviously, I showed it off when we did the episode. I got a little box set there. We did a whole episode about this movie, but this is, one of the most impactful sci-fi films. Very, very personal for Spielberg. Probably his most personal to this date. About a man who abandons his family in search of what's out there in the great unknown, tying very deep parallels to his relationship with his father and his family after his parents divorced. Amazing movie. Really interesting. Great score again. Great performances. Richard Dreyfuss is great. Connor, how do you feel about Close Encounters?
This is number 8 for me on Spielberg list. So this was a first time watch when we reviewed it, and it kind of vaulted itself into like, I guess the pantheon for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was just that good.
Yeah.
So
And
for
it
me,
is.
this is
Good.
yeah, this is clear in for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is probably also clear in, and coming off the heels of Jaws too, and to be able to say like, I know I made this the first big blockbuster movie of all time, which we didn't even really touch on with Jaws, being the first film to really mold the blockbuster era. But he follows it up and said, "Oh, I can make an alien movie too, and I can absolutely crush it." And I think this is what sets him off on the path of like I'm the guy.
Mhm. Which is good because his next movie.
Yeah. So 1941 is his follow up to Jaws and Close Encounters. This is a comedy starring Dan Aykroyd, Ned Beatty, John Belushi. This is actively horrible. This is a really
Yeah.
bad movie. I
It's
own
really
it
bad.
on DVD. I never finished it. I watched some of it, never finished it. It's not good.
No. And you know what? I thought this would be one that like maybe I was one of the few people that actually liked it. No.
Yeah.
No.
It's culturally insensitive at times.
Yeah.
Not funny, which is pretty bad for a comedy. It's like actively not funny, even though it has some of the funniest people to ever live in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a mess. It's a real bizarre movie to make immediately after Close Encounters and Jaws.
Exactly. And like that cast alone, like you have something there. What a waste of your cast.
Yeah.
What like you had all the pieces that this could be at least halfway okay. It's not. It's bad.
Yeah. This is actively a bad movie. Connor, do you have any thoughts?
Nope.
Okay.
But this was one I didn't get through all of his filmography, and this is one I chose not to watch.
Yeah, honestly, you're not missing much. This is one that like this will be at the very bottom of like his obituary. Is like, oh yeah, and he also directed 1941.
Director of Jaws and Jurassic Park and Schindler's List and 1941.
Yeah, literally. So 1941 is out.
Yes.
We don't have to.
No. 1981, Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first of the Indiana Jones movies, his first collaboration with George Lucas, his first collaboration with Harrison Ford. This is one of the greatest films ever made. Probably the best. Oh hey, I also have it.
Thing.
There we go.
Is that a steelbook? No, it's a little different.
This is a Blu-ray booklet basically.
Nice.
I gotta take it out. But it's just the whole main quartet.
Oh,
Whoa!
nice.
Everything almost fell out. But each movie just has all the pictures.
So I've got a box set of the first three.
Wow.
Plus, I've got Raiders on a Blu-ray Steelbook, and I've got Raiders on VHS that I've owned this copy since I was a little child. Like, this has been in my house for as long as I can remember. Like I said at the jump on this episode, I grew up on this movie in this franchise. Redefined what an action movie was and could do. An action adventure film. This is every 10 minutes they're having some sort of set piece, they're having some sort of action happen. It's a treasure hunting movie, which is one of my favorite genres that I wish we had more movies of. Because I could watch this, I can watch like National Treasure is great. Romancing the Stone is up there, but like I want more of this type of movie. Harrison Ford's amazing. I mean, what more can you say?
No, I agree. This is one of those movies where I feel like you have to watch it once in your lifetime, at least once. Like, if you've gone through your entire life, I would hope you have seen this movie.
Yeah. I mean, I've probably seen this movie 25 times.
And it
throughout
gets
my
better every
life.
time. Yeah.
I mean, it's at least once a year, if not twice a year, watch for me.
And that's fair.
Yeah. So to play a teeny bit of contrarian, this is great. This is a movie where I personally have like a little bit of a tear break with Spielberg. I have four movies in like that S tier of perfection. This is the only movie that would just pop down into A.
Interesting, because this is S tier for me.
Mhm.
I'm curious to hear what your other ones are for S tier.
Well, we'll get to them.
Yeah, we'll get to them. Regardless of that, I think this is a very clear in.
Yeah.
I don't
For
think
sure.
there's much debate. Also, very like Karen Allen is great in Raiders, like one of the secret MVPs of that movie.
Yeah.
Great music. The score is again John Williams' score is iconic in this movie. I mean, it's a rousing good time. It kind of starts to define like this is who Spielberg really is when he's in his bag. Like this is the kind of movie that he's making.
Mhm.
Something that feels fun and feels good. All right. Next year, 1982, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
This guy's on an absolute heater.
Yeah. We did a whole podcast episode and just glazed this for like over an hour. It's such a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I mean, E.T. is not one that I really grew up on, but on revisit is one that really works for me.
Mhm.
The alien's great, and I realize how much of it is actually lived in my memory, even going back and not really remembering much about it. This is just a great movie. It's a
Yeah.
really, really well done movie. Excellent child performances. Connor, how do you feel? High level thoughts on E.T.?
This is one of those ones that I did grow up on. I think I said it in the pod, but maybe not once a week, maybe once a month, though. The Jameson household was watching E.T.
Mm-hmm.
Although I did prefer the Iron Giant to it, the same story beat, but still, I do think this is another A tier movie for me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I gotta stay
Clear
up.
in.
I got my 4K and my DVD.
Oh,
Gotta
yeah.
show off.
It finally came in for me too.
Hey,
I finally got
it.
And I'm sure you guys saw, we finally got the long-awaited news that everyone's been wondering. E.T. is not wet. He is not dry. He is moist.
Yes.
Yeah, I
thank
really
you.
needed to know.
Thank you for that. I'm glad you let us all know that one. didn't
Not from me, from
actively
God's
avoid
lips
that.
himself.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that a journalist had the balls to ask him that.
Honestly, that
Yeah.
would be the kind of question. If I was Spielberg, I would be the kind
Let me
of question
find
I
your
would
name.
want at this point in my career. Like I enough with the like you're a god, you're so good, like your movies have meant so much to me. Like just ask me if ET's wet or dry. That's what I want to answer now. So I would be thrilled with that kind of question. E.T. the Extraterrestrial is a very clear in. So we are at we're in 1982 and we've got 4 clear ins.
We're going to start having to throw some maybes, but these are all, I think, clear ends, though.
But yeah, no, these are, I mean, some of his best work in his entire career. 1984, we get Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. The second of the Indiana Jones movies, technically a prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark. This is, I revisited the other day, not as good as I remember it as a child.
No.
Very, very dark, very like, sort of not angry, but just kind of like almost scary, but not in like a Jaws thriller type of way. More in just like a, why are they doing this? Why are they ripping people's hearts out kind of way.
Mhm.
That was my exact thought. It's just like, it's not like scary and like the I gotta like check my closets at night, look under my
Mhm.
bed. It's kind of like the scare of like, why are people doing this to each other type of
Yeah.
way.
Culturally insensitive as well
Yeah,
too.
I
which
was going to
is
say extremely.
yeah, which is something that Spielberg has gone back and said like, yeah, that was maybe a misstep on our part. It's at the end of the day, it's still an Indiana Jones movie, and like you can find enjoyment out of that, but like kind of not my favorite.
No, I will say the minecart scene is incredible.
The minecart scene is really good. The opening is very, very good.
Mhm.
In that restaurant, I think, is very
Yeah.
cool. Obviously, this is also the movie where we get Ke Huy Quan, who's just the best, and I will always love him forever. And again, Harrison Ford as the lead is great, but like not having Karen Allen in this movie is a mistake.
Yeah.
And who was it that was in it? It was oh shoot,
Kate
Kate
Capshaw.
Capshaw, who I mean Spielberg eventually marries. Is like, okay, well, that was good for him, but like she's not as good as Karen Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just remember being annoyed by her
Yeah,
the entire
She
time.
is very annoying.
yeah. I'm gonna say this is out.
Yeah, I
honestly,
think this is solidly out.
I don't think we put Indiana Temple of Doom in the Pantheon.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, 1985, The Color Purple. How do you guys feel about The Color Purple?
I was like surprised watching this movie knowing it was made by Spielberg.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that was my exact thought too. It was like, this is good, but like, why is Spielberg making this movie?
Yeah.
And not like I can't believe like Spielberg like is obviously his quality type of film, but like this is not the subject matter that feels like something that Spielberg should be tackling.
Yeah. Crazy visuals.
Yeah, this movie looks beautiful, and this is objectively a really good movie. It's just very bizarre that Spielberg made this movie. Connor, were you able to catch this one?
No, but funny enough, I did see this the more recent one.
Oh, interesting. Oh, also Temple of Doom I have on VHS alongside the DVD collection, and then Color Purple
VHS.
I have DVD. This DVD too is the very old style DVD where it's double sided. So halfway through the movie, you have to flip the DVD in the player, and I was so angry. I was so mad that I had to do that. No, this is a really interesting movie. The performances are really good. Danny Glover is great. Whoopi Goldberg is great. Oprah Winfrey is in this, and she's really good.
Does she win an Oscar for this or not? Is she just
was
nominated?
nominated for an Oscar for this. I'm almost certain.
I know she's nominated. I don't remember if people say she should have won or she did win.
Let's consult the good old Wikipedia.
The IMDb
Accolades.
as well.
No, it is the single most nominated film to not win any Academy Awards. It was nominated for 11 awards and won none of them, which is crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't have like a crazy track record for getting people to Oscar wins.
Yeah, I mean, he had a hard time getting himself to an Oscar win for a long time.
Yeah.
Jasmine, like you said, this movie has great visuals, really strong performances. I would like to at least yellow this because I think looking back on it is one of his more interesting, more bold choices. I'm not totally sold that it's in yet, personally, but I like it.
Okay. We can maybe
Good.
it.
That's the point of maybe. We can circle back around to it.
1987, Empire of the Sun. This is Christian Bale in his breakout role. As a young British boy who becomes a POW during World War II in Japan. John Malkovich is in this movie. interesting film, I will say.
Powerful film. I'll give it that.
Okay.
It was like very dramatic.
Speak on that.
Yeah. So I think like this is the point where we see like Spielberg really like moving away from like kind of his comfort zone of like these movies that are a little more kid friendly and everything like that. And it was kind of, it's almost like a middle ground of like, it doesn't quite make it to like, what's it called? Schindler's List level, but it's like getting there. And there's some really dark themes. There's like, it's got like, it's a little confusing at times actually on like the tone.
Yeah. I mean, so this is the era where not only is Spielberg making Raiders and he's making E.T. and, you know, all of those, he's also produced Poltergeist. He produced The Goonies. You know, he's kind of got his hands all over some of the most iconic films of the early 80s. And then he's, you know, steps back with Color Purple and says, okay, I'm going to make more dramatic work. And Empire of the Sun is interesting to me in that I feel it is him trying to dive into more mature, heavier themes, but he can't escape the like whimsy of his earlier work. And so what ends up happening is it just becomes kind of unbalanced, where it's like, this should be really dark and a really heavy movie about a kid dealing with POW, like life as a POW in a prison, in a war camp in World War II. But it almost feels like Christian Bale's at summer camp for most of the film. It's really strange.
So I haven't seen this movie, but that is something that I feel like comes through a lot of his movies, for better or worse. It's like that sentiment of I don't even know how to frame it, but we brought it up during the War of the Worlds podcast, where it's kind of like you have this alien invasion that's happening, and that really should be the focal point of the story. But Spielberg does it a lot where that's the backdrop, and the main focal point is the family dynamics.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works really well, but other times I almost feel like the sentimentality kind of comes at a hindrance to the story that should be told.
Yeah, and this is a movie that deals in those themes again, because Christian Bale is separated from his parents as he becomes a POW, and then finds a father figure in John Malkovich's character, and you know, kind of he becomes a surrogate father as they're living in this camp. And so the movie is more interested in dealing with that than it is dealing with they're in a POW camp in World War II, which should be really depressing and dark, and at least more character driven, especially from a child's perspective. I do own this movie, by the way, on Snapcase DVD. So that's really fun. For me, Christian Bale's phenomenal in this movie.
Yeah.
Really, really great performance. This is out for me. I don't think this makes it in.
I don't think it makes it in.
Okay. Moving on, 1989, he does Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Holy shit, man. What a return.
Yeah. This is my favorite Indiana Jones movie, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just so fun and full of whimsy.
So I have this on 4K, alongside, once again, the VHS. I had the whole the original trilogy of Indiana Jones on VHS.
I love that.
This is maybe my favorite Indiana Jones movie. Really smart for him to incorporate Sean Connery into this as Indy's father, and kind of play back the hits a little bit. There is some Raiders karaoke going on in this movie, but it's different enough and the adventure is fun enough where you're like, I don't care. I don't know. I love this film. Connor, how do you feel about it?
So I wish I had the time to rewatch it, because I saw it like growing up, and then I just never had the time to revisit it. So I really can't speak to it as much. I just remember all of them were cool.
Yeah. This is, I think for me too, really interesting because like the third Indiana Jones movie. It's like franchise work. He's done now at this point, what is it? 10 films that we've talked about. And yet
This is 12, yeah.
This is number 11.
Number
Oh.
11.
11.
At least 11 here. Maybe.
Yeah, he releases 2
first.
in this year, but like, and yet it's extremely personal. It's a lot about his family again, and his desire to reconnect with his father. And those sort of dynamics that really come through well. Connery and Harrison Ford have great chemistry. There's a lot of great life injected into this film. It's a good adventure. The quest for the Holy Grail is like, I mean, we were talking about it a little bit with when we did Monty Python and Excalibur and those medieval movies about like what's the best film about the King Arthur tale. This might be the best like Holy Grail movie out there. Is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Probably.
It's funny. It's really good adventure. I love it. So I think it's a very clear in for me.
Yeah.
All right.
It's in for me.
So that gives us what? We're at 5 now?
5 in, 1 maybe.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
1989, he does Always with Richard Dreyfuss, John Goodman, and Holly Hunter. Connor, you saw this movie. I saw half of it.
I hated this movie.
Oh, man.
My queen, Audrey Hepburn, wasted.
Yeah, she was the angel
She's
lady,
like-
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forget her name. But I mean, that's kind of the whole theme of this entire movie. It's just so forgettable.
Mm-hmm.
Return it.
Yeah, I have the DVD of Always. It's bizarre.
It's just like, this is one of those movies that is sentimental to a fault. It's about a pilot, I don't even know what the official title is, but he's a pilot who puts out fires, who has the most hilarious death I think I've seen in one of these movies. Just his plane blows up and he just looks over at John Goodman and smiles. And then he basically just helps another pilot bang his girlfriend.
Very strange choice.
Yeah, it's just
it's just like I know this movie was like really at this time was really important for Spielberg. It was like this is the movie, and it's kind of just like a real miss. It's fine. I don't hate it like you do. It's not awful, but it's just like it's not up to the caliber of any of the other films.
mm-hmm. Again, there's moments in it where you're just like, okay, like, yeah, Spielberg still has like, he's gonna sprinkle in some like moments where you're like, all right, fuck, damn, shit, you still got it.
Yeah.
It's not going in.
No,
This is a clear out.
it's not the worst. We'll get to it.
Well, 1991, he releases Hook, starring Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman, Julia Roberts. This is his retelling of or reimagining of the Peter Pan story, or continuation of the Peter Pan story. Have you guys seen this movie? Okay, so boy, all right, so
I do get to fight back on you if you get a little too ambitious.
this is an amazing movie that I think is severely overhated for especially for the time period. People did not like this movie. In fact, people were saying like, well, maybe Spielberg's washed when this movie came out. I don't understand that, because this is really kind of takes everything that Spielberg does well in the whimsy and imagination department and says, I'm going to ratchet that up. Really cool sets, really interesting design. Robin Williams is my favorite actor of all time, and he's great. I grew up on this movie. It's excellent. I have it on Blu-ray. I rewatched it again for this pod. It holds up really well to me. It's a really fun movie. I just had a great time with it. I don't understand the hate. This is a near perfect film for me. I want to put it in the Hall of Fame, but
It's a maybe.
I will settle for
put it
a
in your
maybe.
own personal. We could put it in maybe.
Yeah. We'll put it in maybe. Maybe everyone gets a personal at the end. We'll see.
This is, to me, this is a Pantheon film, but I know we have a lot of like really big films coming up.
Yeah, you can see the next two.
I think it should be in, but that's just me. All right, 1993.
We'll see.
Which do you want? Do you want to start with this one?
Which Hall of Fame entry do you want to talk about first? Because these are the other two S tiers that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Let's just start with 1983 Schindler's List.
Yes.
Which I own on Blu-ray. I have seen this movie exactly one time in my life. I will never watch it again.
That's how I felt about it.
Yeah.
Same.
This is maybe his single greatest achievement in terms of pure cinematic storytelling. This is a 3-hour epic about Oskar Schindler, the man who essentially saves a large swath of Jewish people during the Holocaust by keeping them employed in his factories. Incredibly powerful film. This is Spielberg saying, I'm finally making my story about my ancestry and about this event that decimated my people. Shot in black and white. Liam Neeson plays Oskar Schindler. Ray Fiennes plays Amon Goth. Geth, whatever.
I have no idea how to pronounce
in a
it.
truly terrifying performance.
Robbed of an Oscar.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. This is one of the greatest movies ever made.
Yes.
Yep.
It's almost one of those movies you didn't expect that Spielberg made.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, yeah.
Not that it's like because it's just so far and above everything he's done. It's just like it just doesn't feel like this is the kind of movie he makes. And the fact that he did it like this, insane.
Absolutely.
It stuck with me so much. I saw it for the first time like 5 or 6 years ago. And I didn't even be like, oh, I need to rewatch this. Like, no, I remember everything. That was a lot.
You know that joke about like they told me I fell off. I needed that. That's the well, I guess Hook, but that's like
Hook
from
to Schindler's
Always.
List.
Yeah, they tell me I fell off. I needed that.
I mean,
because then he just drops.
You look at the run from 84 to 91, and it's in Temple of Doom. Then Color Purple and Empire of the Sun are solid, but very different films. Last Crusade is like, okay, he's going back to Indiana Jones and what worked. Always is bad. And then Hook is, I like Hook. A lot of people didn't like Hook. That's almost 10 years in between truly great films, minus an Indiana Jones movie. That like, he needed this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I like personally when Spielberg diverts from his I'm going to be overly sentimental. I'm going to fill this movie full of wonder and whimsy and all of that. And when he's just like, I'm the greatest filmmaker in the world, and I'm going to make the greatest movie about the Holocaust that you've ever seen, is like, bravo, dude. You crushed it. There are just some scenes in this movie too where it's like they're burned in my memory. When Amon Goth just starts shooting people from his balcony at the camp, or when they execute that woman at the camp. I'm just I'm speechless. The red coat,
the one shot of color.
I'm like getting worked up thinking about it.
I know. I got goosebumps just thinking about him saying, "I could have saved more."
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Stop. My heart.
Yeah, we got to move on. Otherwise, we're always just gonna start crying.
Yep. Okay. 1993. Same year as Schindler's List. He says, "I wasn't finished. I'm making Jurassic Park."
So yeah, this was 2 and 3 for me on all-time ranking.
Yeah. That was so funny. Between this, we might have the same top 3, Connor, because it's Jaws, Jurassic Park and Schindler's List top 3.
Yeah, I just have Jurassic Park and Schindler's swaps, but yeah, did all S tier, 5 out of 5s. I mean,
Yeah.
the stuff that
Incredible.
he does just visually in this is, if I was like alive in 93 and I could have alive and at an age where I could have comprehended what I was seeing, I think I would have transcended in the theater.
Yeah. I mean, just that shot of the dinosaurs as the crescendo, the theme, really hits. John Williams out of his fucking mind in this movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Just absolute blackout. He's just like,
Whatever they were smoking back then, they don't have it anymore.
This is, I mean, the best dinosaur movie ever made, like by far. It's really good. It's just not even fair. What's crazy is, like, you could look at multiple like films in these genres and be like, Spielberg has the best movie in multiple different genres of films. He's got the best shark movie. He's got the best dinosaur movie. He's got the best Holocaust movie. He has arguably the best action adventure movie. Like, just keeps going down the list. He's got arguably the best alien movie. Like, it just keeps going. It's just pick a subgenre and he's going to make something great.
Yeah. He's got the best movie about being trapped in an airport.
He's got the best movie about catching someone if they can. So I own this movie in a box set. It's Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3, and Jurassic World. Which, sure. And also,
Jurassic World it's fine. It's the Force Awakens of Jurassic Park.
Yeah. And then also it includes the 3D versions of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. Quite interesting little box set. This is a clear end. This is one of his best movies. Okay, so we're now at what, 7 in the Hall of Fame area, in the Pantheon?
2, 4, 7. Yep.
Woof. Okay. Well, 1997, he makes a film called Amistad, which is him dipping back into the historical, like colonial era type of film. This is Matthew McConaughey. This is Anthony Hopkins, Morgan Freeman's in this movie, Jimon Hunsu, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Pete Postlethwaite, about the legal battle that happens after the Spanish slave ship La Amistad is overtaken by the slaves that they have captured. It's fine.
So it's up to you.
I find it rather boring. I think Matthew McConaughey is a little miscast in this movie. This is before rom-com McConaughey, and well before like really dramatic actor McConaughey. He's just kind of miscast. It's just fine overall. Anthony Hopkins is fine. It's just kind of like, I find myself not really caring about these types of films from him, the historical epic type. This is not it. Okay. 1997, he dips back into Jurassic and does The Lost World Jurassic Park.
One of his only sequels.
One of the very few sequels that he does.
Actually, I think it's his only sequel.
Well,
or besides
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. But
yeah, this is. I watched some of it today. It's whatever. It's like, hey, let's do Jurassic Park again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is. He should have been the first to know that you just can't do Jurassic Park again. Like the reason he doesn't do Jaws 2 is because he's like, we blew up the shark. Like, there's no more shark. You should have known, like, okay, we're off the island. we're done here.
That's it.
Like, there's definitely like some really good moments to it, but as a whole, I mean, like the T-Rexes and the scene of like the van going off the edge of the cliff, and then the T-Rex is fighting over the guy's body is pretty sick. But
this is one of those where it's like, if I want to watch one of like a dinosaur movie, I'm just going to watch Jurassic Park. I'm not going to watch this one.
Yeah, I will say this is definitely a fun movie if it's like already on, just to kind of finish out.
Fair. But not in the Hall of Fame, or not in the Pantheon. Okay. 1998 makes maybe the greatest war movie ever made, Saving Private Ryan.
Love it.
Last of the S tier for me.
That's an incredible movie.
Yeah. Raw, visceral, the opening 15 minutes landing in Normandy is maybe some of the best 15 minutes of movie history. Incredible
this
cast.
Movie definitely won Best Picture, right?
You'd be wrong. This movie famously lost Best Picture to Shakespeare in Love, which we have done on this podcast.
That's why I brought it up.
Great cast: Tom Hanks, Matt Damon, excellent. And a really, again, a war movie that's really kind of centered around family more than anything, and the family in this instance being this group of soldiers who have been tasked to find the last surviving brother of a family, and bring him home. Really interesting film, really well made, excellent movie. It's definitely going in. Anything else you want to add about this?
I mean, I love a war movie that's like very anti-war. Big fan. Incredible performance from Tom Hanks. I've always thought of him as like, I mean, I guess I never realized how many Spielberg movies he's in because he's also in Catch Me If You Can. He's always been a good actor to me, but this was like, oh, that's why he's Tom Hanks.
Yeah. He's really goated.
Yeah.
They just have like such a good partnership, him and Spielberg. This is another one of those movies where like I saw it once and I think I'm good for a while.
Oh,
like it's just so visceral.
I like rewatching this one. Maybe I'm a maniac, but I quite enjoy it.
Well,
I do want to. Go ahead.
Well, I was saying like on the War of the Worlds podcast that I love like just mass carnage, but when it feels that real.
Maybe not that kind.
Yeah, I like when like a giant alien or like a shark is just tearing through people, like in the Meg, but not when it just felt like I was watching raw footage. Of D-Day.
Yeah. So I do want to shout out. I do own Amistad on DVD. So that's there. And then Saving Private Ryan, I have a very cool DVD, and then the 4K of it, which I watched the 4K of it the other a couple weeks ago. Looks amazing. So wanted to shout that out. Okay, next in 2001, AI, artificial intelligence. For my money, his best movie of the 21st century. This is a great movie essentially about artificial intelligence and its impact on humanity, and very family oriented, about a family who adopts an AI machine son and then is kind of forced out of the family, and it's really interesting. It's Spielberg kind of contending with a lot of big ideas that I find really fascinating that I don't think he does too entirely often. Originally a Kubrick film that he was working on him to get with together. Then obviously Kubrick passed away and Spielberg said, I'll make the movie. I like it a lot. How do you guys feel about it?
I think it's good. I like it. I feel like for me it's a maybe. Only because I know we do still have some like other heavy hitters coming.
Yeah. I started it. I haven't finished it because I started it today and then work got busy. So this is one like I know a lot of people either love it or they just do not care for it.
Hmm.
So I really wish I had the time to actually get to watch it, but knowing Spielberg, every movie has to be 2 hours, so hard to pencil that time in. So I would lean maybe just on the basis of I'd rather circle back to it
Okay.
and see where we're at.
Okay, let's maybe it then for now.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
I do think there could be a place for it. I just don't know with everything else.
Fair.
Wait, I also have that one.
Oh, AI. I do own AI.
I have my very old Snap case. You can hear it.
I think it's the same one I have, except mine's
I love
the
that.
special edition.
So sorry.
2002, he does Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. This is interesting.
This one's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I like this one.
It's one of those ones that they showed us in like high school, and I need to rewatch it because that was like my only experience with it. But I just remembered like Leo is another person where I wish him and Spielberg got more time together. I say that like they're dead, but like I wish that he had more of like a run with like, say like he's out of his prime, but like with prime Spielberg.
early Leo.
Yeah, and prime Leo, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is a fun movie. This is a movie that I've seen. Obviously, I watched it for this in full, but I'd also seen it quite a bit on TikTok. It's like a classic TikTok movie. Tom Hanks doing a really bizarre accent in this film, but it's a lot of fun. Really cool kind of chase movie across different areas of the world. I don't personally think it goes in, or maybe it's a maybe.
I think it's a maybe.
If AI is a maybe, then Catch Me If You Can is a maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so
but
too.
I'm hesitant to just definitively put it in.
Yeah, because it's in my top 12, but I could see the case being made for AI over that.
Okay. 2002 also releases Minority Report with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Which you guys love and I don't care for.
Well, love is a strong word. I Jesus, Nate. I think this movie is a banger.
No, yeah, 100%. I love this movie. I think that like it's kind of like not forgotten in terms of Spielberg, but it's again one of those ones where you just don't immediately think Spielberg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love it.
This is I should love this movie. I really should, because I love detective movies. I love this sort of like thriller type. Tom Cruise is great. I like Spielberg's films a lot. And it just kind of doesn't hit for me. And it comes down to the way it looks. I don't like the style of it.
Yeah.
And it really has a serious viewing impact on me. Now, maybe I just need to watch it in 4K or Blu-ray or whatever, like a really high quality format to get the most of it. And it's also like a lot of early 2000s CGI, which is, hit or miss, that it just kind of takes me out of it a little bit more than some other films do.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of my problem with this. The 2000s of Spielberg is I don't think many of these movies look that good.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them are just very blown out, because even I'm like 40 minutes into AI and I think that movie has the same issues.
It tones down quite a bit. AI does, as the movie goes. But yes, that does have some issues with it too.
To me, I just think the story is so fascinating, and I think you're getting really good Tom Cruise, you're getting really good Colin Farrell, and I can overlook it because I'm just very invested in the story.
I do own this movie. I think again, I would say maybe, and like we take this batch of 3, and like these are the early 2000s maybes, and 1 or 2 of them will make it in.
Yeah.
2004, he does The Terminal with Tom Hanks, about a man who's living in an airport terminal. Very bizarre choice for Spielberg.
It's such a weird movie. I think Tom Hanks is very good, clearly miscast as an Eastern Russian man. But there's so much emotion where I'm just kind of like, you know what, I am getting sentimental about this.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, whatever. Like, I do care that he's been here for like 9 months and he just wants to go to New York to get this autograph, and then he wants to go home, and you know what, Stanley Tucci, you're kind of being a dickhead.
Yeah. It's a fun movie that I think is like really a step back from some of these more serious films or more like grander scale. The fact that they built the airport terminal is awesome. I think that's a great feat of filmmaking. I just don't think this movie is really anything. It's other than just like hey, the family's here, let's just pop this on for a fun afternoon type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those movies that's too long and again, maybe too sentimental. Because I can see what he's going for, kind of wanting to speak about like immigration and like the plight of people coming into this country,
and this is post 9/11. You know,
exactly.
It's just too. I think you're right. It's too sentimental to really feel like anything other than like just like a hangout movie.
Yeah, and especially to your point about like the timing, like it doesn't feel like it ever earns its runtime. You know,
true. This is out. I do own this movie in a 3-disc, very cool set on DVD. All right, 2005 Munich. This is sneaky one of his best films to me. Munich is great. Very angry Spielberg, where he's like contending with a lot of thoughts about his faith in government and his ancestry as a Jewish person, and what that all of that means, and you know, on the backdrop of the Black December murders at the Munich Olympics, and then the Mossad assassinations that took place afterwards. Very dark movie, very violent film. I think it goes in, personally.
Only because I only watched it once, probably around the time it came out, so I was very young at the time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. My mom would just like be like, "Yeah, no, this is what we're watching." Okay. Yeah, I remember it being very dark. I do remember it impacting me. So I would say maybe. Connor, did you get to watch it? Okay. I could see it going maybe. He just has such a like long, like expansive filmography. Like I'm not sold on the complete yes yet.
Okay.
But the fact that I can remember that from like 20 years ago is crazy.
To split a tie, I'm gonna lean in this time. Also, just because we're starting to get to the point now where I think a lot of these movies are leaning no.
Yeah.
And something I kind of have to remember is we have 12 spots, not like 10.
Yeah.
So true. I think we're at
7.
Yeah, so we do have some spots to spare.
No, sorry, we're at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 now. So we have 3 spots left.
We could always revisit like one of these two.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that's probably the weakest in so far.
I think it's a really strong movie and one of his most different. It's most in the vein of Schindler's List to me. Okay, 2005 also releases War of the Worlds. We just did a podcast about this. Really good alien movie, really good Tom Cruise performance. Maybe his weakest of, or second weakest of his alien films.
Definitely
overall.
Second weakest.
It's really strong. It has a very strong first half that I think is a much weaker second half with a truly horrendous ending. And for that reason, I lean out on this film.
I would say maybe, but I can go towards out based on what we have in maybe so far.
I think if I was doing this personally, this is a maybe, just because I have just such fond memories of it. And I do just love how visceral it is in like a very like escapist way of like, I can watch people get slaughtered and know like it's fake because it's just a bunch of aliens, and not like watch people get slaughtered on the beaches of Normandy.
It's just such an unsatisfying end to this movie that like it kind of really sullies the first half, which I think is really strong. I quite like the actual invasion and the entirety of them running away as a family and dealing with the people that they encounter is really interesting. It's just not, it's not quite there for me. 2008, 3-year gap, and then he releases Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, dipping back into the indie tale. This is actively bad. This is not a good movie. No reason for this to exist. I actually kind of like Shia LaBeouf in this movie, which I hate to say. But it's just not the right story. There just recently has kind of come out that Harrison Ford and Spielberg were fighting George Lucas on the inclusion of aliens in this film. I think it was the wrong choice to include that. There's a lot of bad action set pieces in this movie. I think it would have been more interesting if it was less straight action adventure and more like puzzle finding, treasure hunting, or puzzle solving, where you'd really lean into the aging Indiana Jones type of thing. It's just not it. Any other thoughts?
No, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like my most fond memories of this is like playing the Lego game on my PSP.
Yeah, it's about it. Okay, another 3-year break, and then he does War Horse. This is a movie about a horse, and it's bad.
At war.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
No one's doing it like Spielberg at this point.
Yeah, no. Also, this is the third movie we've talked about that I've seen a Bob's Burgers episode on.
Interesting.
He is the blueprint.
No, literally.
I do own War of the Worlds. I showed that off. And I also own War Horse. This is a DVD Blu-ray hybrid set. Some people might like this. It's very overly sentimental, and some people might be really into that. This is not for me. It's not. It's a movie that I knew I wouldn't like. It's a movie that I watched I watched it on 2x speed and didn't like. I gave it some chances throughout, but like I got the gist, and it's over 2 hours long about a horse. It's like I don't care that much.
No, and nothing's gonna top Spirit for me for a horse movie.
Or even Secretariat, if you want live action, is a better horse movie.
I'll just go watch season 1 of BoJack.
Yeah. I think this is just kind of like the culmination of when Spielberg misses, it's normally this. It's just too much, and it just does not hit. And if it doesn't hit, you're stuck with 2 hours of grasping at emotions that you just can't connect with.
But it looks beautiful. It's a beautiful looking movie. I can't stress that enough. It's just not interesting to me at all. All right, War Horse is out. The Adventures of Tintin in 2011. This is his only truly fully animated movie. This is really fun. Quite like it. This
is the best way if you have kids to get them into Indiana Jones without just dropping them into the fire.
Yeah.
This is a lot of fun. I don't know if it goes in, because I don't think it's like, in the grand scheme of Spielberg, I don't think it's a Pantheon film, but I think it's a solid mid-tier, like, this is a great movie for children if you want to do an adventure film.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry. No, you go.
I was just gonna say, I think it's great. I think it's like an A+, B+ movie. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it has, and I'm going to say this exact same point on another movie that's coming up. It has so many moments where you are just so locked in, where it's just like visually incredible. And then there's just other moments where you can just catch yourself kind of like zoning out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
gonna
think it's
say
kind
it's
of
out.
like a maybe.
Oh, really? I was leaning more
I
out.
think it's a maybe.
Jasmine?
It'd be a first
I'll go
out of the
out.
maybes.
Oh, okay. So it's an out.
Sorry,
All right.
Connor.
All good.
2012 Lincoln. Daniel Day-Lewis wins an Oscar for this movie. This I own on Blu-ray is an absolute banger. This movie's great. And if there was one movie to describe his 2010s, I think this is the film. For me. This is a great movie.
I've had this on my watch list forever, and I did not get around to watching it, but I love Daniel Day-Lewis. Kind of because I was saving it, because I'm like excited about it.
This is a classic like men in rooms talking about important stuff movie
Mhm.
that it's blocked so well. The performances are great. Tommy Lee Jones is also in this and he's excellent. Daniel Day-Lewis is just on another stratosphere in this movie as Abraham Lincoln. Kind of a bit of a tough ending because it's like, you know, Lincoln gets assassinated, but they don't really show Lincoln getting assassinated. I think it's it. Personally, I think this is one of his like later career defining films.
I'll give it to you based on the awards alone.
And
yeah, I
that
think
is
if you get an
important,
Oscar
too.
winner,
Yeah.
then you got to give it to him.
Okay, 2015 Bridge of Spies. This is Tom Hanks, a Cold War movie, another movie about men in rooms discussing things. This is very fun, very interesting film. I watched it. I own it on DVD. It's fine. It's enjoyable. I don't think it's a Hall of Fame movie. I don't think it's close to a Hall of Fame or a Pantheon film.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
This was the first Spielberg movie I ever saw in a theater.
Oh, interesting.
And I can't tell you a single thing about it.
Yeah, it's out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, this is like a good dad movie. Like, if you sat down with your dad and you were like, hey, what do you want to watch? You want to watch Bridge of Spies? You'd be like,
to it.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Your dad took you to it? Well, there we go.
I'm pretty sure he did.
It's out, though. Bridge of Spies is out. 2016, the BFG. Connor.
Let's talk about this piece of shit.
This is a bad movie.
This is the worst movie I think he's done.
Interesting.
At least that I've seen. I didn't watch 1941. This was actively a waste of time.
Yeah, it looks great. Like the CGI is actually quite impressive.
At points it does. I think mixing humans in makes it look pretty iffy.
Yeah, okay, I can give you that. It is just so boring.
It's boring. I mean, again, we're 20-somethings and 30-somethings watching this, and it's clearly not meant for us as the target demo. It is just so blah.
Yeah, it's just nothing really happens in this movie, and it's like an hour and almost 2 hours long.
I remember liking the book, and it just feels like, from what I've heard, it's a terrible adaptation.
It's just nothing really happens. Like, it's just a very nothing movie. There's a lot of time spent between the BFG and the main girl just sitting around in his place and talking, and that's about it. It's very strange. Okay, that one's out. 2017, The Post.
This is such a middle of the pack movie for me. Like, I don't think it's bad. I enjoyed my time with it, but I have no urge to rewatch. No urge to revisit. I'm over it already. And with that cast, you would think too, like, we got Meryl Streep and everything.
Yeah.
This is just such a forgettable movie for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's like in the same vein of All the President's Men and Spotlight of like journalism has, it can do things. It's just fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, The Post is out. 2018 Ready Player One. I have a hot take about this movie. In that I actually actively dislike this film.
Oh, thank goodness. Me too.
Yeah, me too. This is the movie where I was trying to hint at, where it's like there's moments where you're like, holy shit, like the first cars, the race scene is like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. And then there's just like 2 other hours of film going on.
Yeah. This is a movie to me made by someone who doesn't understand movies or video games. It's a movie about video games from someone who doesn't understand really video games. At least it feels that way. In the same vein of something like Free Guy is the same type of film. It's like this movie doesn't understand video games. That's how I felt about Ready Player One. It's just I was gonna revisit it for this. I had seen it before a couple times. I just didn't really want to. I don't really like it. I also don't really like Ty Sheridan in the lead role. I don't think he's very good.
No, I think Olivia Cook
no.
is good. I hate her little reveal though. As someone with like major birthmarks and like skin things, I'm like, this is dumb.
Yeah, it's a little lame.
Yeah, I had like personal beef with it at that point.
I think Mark Rylance is also pretty bad in this too.
Interesting. All right, Ready Player One is out. And then 2021 West Side Story, he remakes the famous musical with Ansel Elgort and Rachel Zegler. What I do own Ready Player One on Blu-ray, and I own West Side Story on 4K. I gave you that copy of the Blu-ray.
I completely forgot I had this because I pulled every Spielberg movie I had to the side and then just remembered I had it.
Very nice. I quite like this movie.
I think it's good.
Not bad. It is like an adaptation of a play, and I feel like there are times when I feel that.
Yeah.
And I prefer the play
or the original film.
or the original film, whichever one. It was fine. I think Rachel Zegler is awesome.
Rachel Zegler is incredible in this movie, and also Mike Feist is incredible in this movie.
Yes, agreed.
Ansel Elgort is severely miscast in the lead role.
I think he's actively bad compared to everyone around him.
And Ariana DeBose wins an Oscar for this movie. There's a lot to like about the performances. It's just not. I think it's like one of the first out in a Pantheon. It's not quite there for me.
Yeah.
We can put it in maybe just to give it that tag as a first out.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. 2022, The Fabelmans. This is one of his best films of his career.
Agreed.
This is Spielberg revisiting his entire life, telling his life story, his childhood story, through his own eyes and through the lens of movies and why he fell in love with movies. And this is him discussing it in discrete detail, his parents' divorce and his childhood growing up. This is one of my absolute favorite performances from Gabriel LaBelle. Paul Dano as well, doing some amazing work in here. This is an excellent, excellent movie. I love it so much.
Not only him revisiting his life, but it feels like him revisiting his own career.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I own this on Blu-ray. I rewatched it for this. It still hits.
This is one I know some people are like, I think it's good that he didn't end on this. I truly think this would have been the perfect movie to end a career on.
Yeah.
Just as kind of like a retrospective of a life of Spielberg.
Yep.
But
true.
I mean, just incredible. And I really do appreciate how he found Gabriel LaBelle.
Yes.
He is such a
monster.
good actor.
He's a great actor. This is 100% in.
Yep.
And then that brings us to his newest movie, 2026 Disclosure Day. We did a whole podcast about this. I like this movie. I haven't thought about it as much as I thought I would after seeing it. I still quite like it. I don't think it goes in to the Pantheon. It's too new. I don't think we've had
Yes.
enough time to sit with it to really be like, is this really one of his 12 greatest movies? Will it get there? I don't know. There's a lot of issues with the script. We've kind of hashed
I
our thoughts
agree.
out about this quite a bit.
Yeah. This is one that, like, on my personal list, I could rank it pretty high, but in terms of a pantheon, I don't know what makes it in yet. In a year, maybe I have different thoughts. I don't know. I really did like this movie, but I don't think it makes it in.
Yeah, I don't think Disclosure Day. Any thoughts on this, Connor?
Yeah, I did not like it nearly as much as you guys. I think there are just so many ideas that are introduced that never are fleshed out even remotely, to the point where it works against the grander idea, and it just hurts it. And I know I said during our review that maybe you give it some time, it does age better. I don't think that anymore. I think if I rewatch it, it might make me more angry.
Interesting.
I don't know. This is a clear out.
Okay, yeah, Disclosure Day is out. So that finishes our run through of all of his movies. So let's just recap where we're at. So for what's in, we have Jaws, Close Encounters, Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T., Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Schindler's List, Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan, Munich, Lincoln, and The Fabelmans. So that gives us one spot left. And we've got in the maybes, The Color Purple, Hook, AI, Catch Me If You Can, Minority Report, and West Side Story. Now, I am open to discussions on Munich, because I know we said like it's a soft in. I still think it deserves to be in as one of his most raw and angriest films, and such a divergence from what he's done before. But our maybes, The Color Purple, Hook, AI, Catch Me If You Can, Minority Report, and West Side Story. I think we can take out West Side Story. I don't think that goes in.
Yeah. And I think, like, we're defining him as like a filmmaker in this, right? So, like, as much as I do think The Color Purple is a very strong movie, I still don't necessarily know it was his to tell, so I feel like that could be an out.
Okay. I think that is a good point. It would be really interesting to put it in, but I think you're right. It just doesn't quite make it there.
Yeah, I think if we were defining him, that is something that sticks out.
Yeah.
And I don't think in the right way.
So that leaves us with Hook, AI, Catch Me If You Can, and Minority Report. I love Hook, but I don't think Hook makes it in based off of this.
We do have like some other like kind of Hook vibey
we
movies
do
in there.
I would
feel
love
like-
to put Hook in, but it was clearly not one that he even feels the best about.
Mhm.
So that one will be out. So that list leaves us essentially with the early 2000s maybes that we knew we were going to come back to.
Yeah.
AI, Catch Me If You Can, and Minority Report. I know I'm partial to AI and you guys are not. And you guys are
We're
more partial
partial
to
to
Minority Report and I am not.
Yeah, I
But-
don't think Catch Me If You Can really defines him as a filmmaker either,
Well,
so I feel like
I was going to say Catch Me If You Can's kind of a good middle ground.
that. Well, you know what? That's a good point. It's kind of a good point because AI and Minority Report are definitely more similar, and we do have Close Encounters in there. E.T. We got some alien stuff, some sci-fi.
I mean, Connor, how do you feel?
So, well, while we just kind of ponder this, let's just kind of go through and let's finalize this. So, Jaws is a finalized.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
Close Encounters we're finalizing as well.
Absolutely. No question.
Okay. Raiders,
Finalized.
Yeah, no question. I'm pretty confident in all of these, minus maybe one.
All
So
right, I'll
Last
leave everything
Crusade
but
is-
Munich as.
Yeah. Saving Private Ryan certainly in. Lincoln, I think, is a definite. It's probably his best dad movie is Lincoln.
Yeah.
If not Saving Private Ryan or something to that degree. So that leaves like Munich as like a soft in, and then 3 maybes.
That I think Munich is. I would not bump Munich for either of these. Like, I don't think it'd be worth it to take Munich out just to get both AI and Minority Report in, because I do agree that they are very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do personally like Minority Report more than Catch Me If You Can, so there would be a bit inside me that would feel a bit icky just to say let's split the difference and give it to Catch Me If You Can.
Okay.
But
look,
again, that's just personal.
I can be okay with Minority Report. I can get behind Minority Report. Because I want to like it more than I do, and I think if I see it in a much higher quality, that strips away some of the aesthetic of it, I might like it more because there's a lot to like about it.
And it's one of my favorite Tom Cruise like performances ever, to be honest.
Interesting.
It is a really good Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
He is very good, and the central conceit of the movie of like, here's a world where they've invented pre-crime, and they can detect what's going to happen before it happens. It's very future.
Yeah.
I like the thought experiments of AI and what that brings to the table of like imagining what is and like being like a deep thinker about what could be happening with artificial intelligence.
Yeah. And especially now, like in our current age, like to have that foresight. I think you could make the case for both, but we'd have to dump Munich.
But I think if we're going to do something that's like really like think piece Spielberg, then Munich is the one that's going to do that. And maybe AI is one of the first out.
Okay.
So I'm good with if you guys feel very strongly about Minority Report, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I love Minority Report. It's actually my top 5.
Okay.
It's top 10 for me.
All right. Well, then that makes it all the better. So yeah, I think you have to mark Munich or Minority Report as a clear in. Oh, wow, look at that. All right, so
gorgeous.
That leaves us with our finalized pantheon of Steven Spielberg films. From the beginning, we've got Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T., The Extraterrestrial, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Schindler's List, Jurassic Park, Saving Private Ryan, Minority Report, Lincoln, Munich, somewhere in there. It's not in there.
Yeah, so I don't think Munich got caught.
That's okay. Munich and The Fabelmans.
I feel very, very happy with this list.
Yeah, this is a good list. Obviously, some of the best films of all time. This has been a lot of fun. I think this worked out really well. We're certainly going to do more of these. They're not going to be an extra common thing because it's a lot of prep work to go into something like this. But we already have a bunch of ideas. Maybe next year we've got a brand new Scorsese movie coming out. So maybe we do a Scorsese pantheon. There's a lot. There's some really interesting stuff out there that we can do with this. But with that said, any final thoughts from you guys about this ranking?
I think it's right.
I think we got to it's perfect.
I think it's
we got to the right 12.
Yeah, to describe him like as a filmmaker too is it hits all the points. I love it.
Yeah, I think so. So that with that said is going to do it for this episode of the Filmbox podcast. If you like what you listen to, subscribe, leave a rating, follow us on your favorite podcast platform. And tell your friends about it. You know, we put a lot of effort into these shows, so it helps us out and lets us know we're doing a good job. Lets us know you like what we're doing. You can check out our socials. You can check out Jasmine on TikTok. You can check out our TikTok for all kinds of good content there. You can go to our website, firstpicturehouse.com, for reviews of movies. Connor's been writing reviews of some new stuff, which has been really cool. I'm doing my my newsletter every Friday. So that's all good stuff there. And you can follow our Letterboxd accounts as well, and see what we're watching when we're watching. You don't have to wait for each episode to stay up to date.
I'm definitely going to have a companion piece to this coming out.
Oh,
as well.
interesting. I'm excited to read that now. So definitely subscribe. It's a Substack. Firstpicturehouse.com is our Substack. So you can put your email in and subscribe there for free, and you'll get all of our articles right to your email. So make sure you do that. And with that said, that is going to do it for this episode of the Filmbox Podcast. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.